Hello and welcome once again to the Varlastan Circle, a D&D 5e adventure in a homebrew setting brought to you by Penance RPG, an actual play podcast and Twitch variety stream. You can find out more about Penance RPG at penancerpg.com or in the stream information below. I'm Lunrwolf, an occasional variety streamer and the creator of the Varlastan setting. I'll be guiding our cast through the trials that await them this evening. And our cast are, starting with Ari R.
Hello, I am Dragon. I am playing Aria, who is an Asimir ranger. She's getting very twitchy, I think is probably a good summary of how she's doing at the moment. There's lots of things. Opener has told her a lot of things. Some of which she's just not asking about, because I don't think she'd know what to do with the information just yet. And, yeah. Trying to not get too overloaded while still figuring out what the hell's going on.
It's going to be an interesting evening. Silic.
Hello, I'm Eden. My character's Silic, Total Paladin. And yeah, I think similarly, feeling very anxious about circumstances. The area that we're in seems to be rife with ongoings and things that should cause concern. Local leaders don't seem to be that fussed about it. And yeah, who knows what we're going to run into this week? We shall see.
You'll find out soon enough. Jack.
Hi, I'm Amy. I play Jack, our little happy-go-lucky rock gnome. Jack's a little confused, but he's trusting that the group will be able to figure it out, and as long as there's bacon sandwiches, and that they'll be fine.
It's a good attitude to have.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
What could possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong? We've got
And
Say
bacon.
things like that.
Yeah, I know.
We've got bacon. It's fine. We've got bacon.
And last but certainly not least, Malakthai.
How's it going? I'm Coakley, and I'm playing Malakthai, a tiefling divine sorcerer, who's recently come into a lot of knowledge that hasn't been particularly great for him. Yeah, it's at the moment just having to kind of, put my faith in my god and see where this all pans out to.
It'll be an interesting time for everyone, I'm sure. So, who remembers what happened last time we were here?
We were taken hostage, I believe.
We
Yes.
were.
We
At the end of
finished
the
up
day,
getting taken hostage.
Yeah, I wouldn't say we lost the fight, but we certainly didn't win.
We decided that fighting was really not a good idea.
Yeah, the odds
Eventually.
Yeah.
After someone
Eventually.
was already killed.
That
Yes,
was his own fault.
we get told that there was issues at some of the old mines, so we went to go and check them. And of course, it was in the 5th one out of 5 that we looked at. The first one had some sort of hissing animal. The second seemed to be abandoned, but there was a massive circle of ground that had been swept clean. Possibly by a bird taking off, or something with wings taking off.
A mentor, possibly.
Yeah. The third one was abandoned. There was a 4th one had what seems like it might have been a plant that reacted to sound.
Triffid.
and at that point we just left it alone because no one needs to deal with that, basically. But at the 5th one, there was lots of people moving boxes.
Suspiciously.
And someone killed the guard. And then we realised that we were massively outnumbered, outgunned, everything. So, we're now their captives, because that seemed like a better plan than just being killed.
Yep.
This may or may not go well for us.
We may all die.
I mean, your worst case scenario is that you delayed a TPK.
That doesn't make me feel much better, I'll be honest.
That's fair. Okay, so what we will do, we're going to make a start as we've discussed off stream. We are going to have a little bit of a one-on-one sequence. So we will start with Malakthire. If the rest of the cast could please ensure that they cannot hear what is
I'm
going
so
on.
worried by this.
There we go. Malakthire.
Mhm.
A sudden light awakens you. You find yourself in a small room, no more than 10 feet square, with a row of metal bars between you and the open door. A tall, shrouded figure holds a bright orb by their side, lighting the room without revealing themselves. I am Armand's chosen, the Arch-Cleric. If you recall your schooling, you will recognize this symbol, and they shift the light to show a golden emblem with concentric circles on their robe, as that of the inner circle. Your activities near Ukind have caused problems with our work. You will answer my questions. After you have answered my questions, you will be permitted to ask me one question. Do you comprehend the instructions here?
Yes, I don't necessarily like them, but we'll see how this goes.
Your cooperation is necessary. Your satisfaction with this is not necessary. Who exactly are you?
Me, I'm a cleric of Armand.
And your name?
Malakthire. Malakthire Silverblood.
Very well. What were you doing at the cave near Ukind?
Well, me and my group have been on our loop. We were sent to investigate strange goings-on at the various mines that were around Ukind, and we happened to chance upon yourselves.
Yeah.
Negotiations didn't go well, I will admit, but we believed that you may have been bandits or some other such undesirables, and yeah, we ended up here.
I see. Who or what was the small red-grey creature that was near you when the guards first saw you?
I don't know. Someone's pet?
Whose pet?
Certainly not mine. Let's put it that way.
I see. Where did you find this dagger? Reveals Varlastan.
I didn't find it. I have no idea where it came from.
I see. Where did you get these shoes? He produces the box of ornate shoes.
Actually, a very funny story. But I believe we found them in a small abandoned hut somewhere.
I see. Your answers are satisfactory. You may ask me exactly one question.
What exactly are the inner circle doing, maneuvering themselves around in some butt fuck nowhere mine, rather than operating within the confines of one of the cities, for instance?
The activities of the inner circle are not for criticism or conjecture by initiates. Thank you for your time. Return to your slumber.
Fine.
The figure turns, walks back into the corridor, closes the door behind you.
Ooh.
With the door shut, there is no light and no sound from beyond the four walls.
Perfect.
Okay. Thank you. Malixire. Please deactivate yourself temporarily.
Hello? 1 second, sorry. I pressed the wrong button.
You did indeed. There we
There
are.
we go. Apologies.
That was not the unmute undeafen button. It was possibly faster than pressing unmute undeafen. Depends on how fast you are clicking buttons.
Whatever works. Anyway.
Indeed. Philip,
Mm-hmm.
a sudden light awakens you. You are in a small room, no more than 10 feet square, with a row of metal bars between you and the open door. A tall, shrouded figure holds a bright orb by their side, lighting the room without revealing themselves. I am Armand's chosen, the Arch-Cleric. If you recall your schooling, you will recognize this symbol. And they shift the light to show a golden emblem of concentric circles on their robe, as that of the inner circle. Your activities near Akind have caused problems with our work. You will answer my questions. After you have answered my questions to my satisfaction, you may ask me one question before I depart. Are these conditions clear to you?
Yes, I think I understand.
Good. Who exactly are you?
Well, I'm Silic. I'm a paladin of the circle. Well, aspirant, I suppose. I am on my journey around the loop.
Very well. What were you doing at the cave near Akind?
Well, we had been tasked by the local leader of the loop here to head around and check out a mine to find out what was happening there. It seemed like there was some activity, some unusual sorts. And, well, that's really the long and short of it.
Why did you attack the guards?
Well, we've run into quite a few escapades, shall we say, and miscreants along our journeys. Well, we thought it prudent to take the upper hand.
I see. Who or what was the small red-grey creature that was near you when the guards first saw you?
Oh, I'm not quite sure what you're talking about.
I see. Where did you get this dagger? The figure reveals Barliath's opener.
We, as said, on the escapades previously. It was something we just picked up along the way.
I see. Where did you get these shoes? It reveals the ornate shoebox you found recently.
Well, I hate to become something of a broken No, I need a better synonym for this, because broken record wouldn't exist in this world. I'm becoming something of a repetitious character. I don't really want to keep saying the same thing, but it was back along the way. If you check back through the previous villages and head back along the route, I'm sure we can show you where we came from. You'll easily find the places we found these things.
I see. Very well. Now, you may ask me exactly one question before I leave.
Have we committed an offense against the ring inadvertently through our actions?
That remains to be determined. Thank you for your time. You may return to your slumber. The figure
see.
turns and walks back into the corridor. The door shuts behind them, which seals off what little light there was from the corridor. You can hear nothing from beyond the four walls of this room.
Okay. I'll sit and meditate, I suppose.
That'll do nicely. Please deactivate yourself. Jack,
Hello.
a sudden light awakens you. You are in a small room, no more than 10 feet square, with a row of metal bars between you and the open door. A tall, shrouded figure holds a bright orb by their side, lighting the room without revealing themselves. I am Armand's chosen, the Arch-Cleric. If you recall your schooling, you will recognize this symbol, and they shift the light to show a golden emblem of concentric circles on their robe, as that of the inner circle. Your activities near Okind have caused problems with our work. You will answer my questions to my satisfaction. Once this has been completed, you may ask me one question. Is this clear?
Okay.
Good. Now, who exactly are you?
I'm Jack Herring. I'm a circle, I'm a Maloop with my friends.
I see. What were you doing at the cave near Okind?
We were investigating some other caves. I can't quite remember the reason, but someone reported there was a ruckus at one of them, but they didn't know which one, and they thought we should take a look. So that's what we were doing.
I see. Why did you attack the guards?
Honestly, I think we thought they were stealing, and that's why. It did kind of look suspicious. Like a backhanded deal, and that's not very nice. But were they good people? Ooh. They were
For
good
the moment,
people.
I am asking the questions.
Sorry.
Who or what was the small red-grey creature that was near you when the guards first saw you?
Who? Red scaly creature. I can't remember her name, but we met her on the way. Yuki, I think her name was. I don't really remember. I don't really pay attention, to be honest. I just kind of make bacon sandwiches for the group and sing songs to keep morale up.
I see. Where did you get this dagger? And they reveal Varliath's opener.
Oh, we found that. I don't know what Ari usually carries. That's Ari's. That belongs to her. We found it on the road and she picked it up, so she's good with daggers.
I see. Where did you get these shoes? It reveals the shoebox with the interesting looking shoes in it.
I'm not sure actually. I can't remember. Where did we
I
get the
see.
shoes? Where did we get the shoes? Did we have shoes? I can't. I like feeling the ground with my feet, my gnome. I don't really bother with shoes.
Very good. Now, you may ask me exactly one question before I leave.
Am I gonna get to see my friends again?
That is the nature of the current questions.
I hope so.
Very well. Your cooperation has been appreciated. The figure turns, walks back out through the open doorway into the corridor. The door closes behind them. The light from the corridor is blocked completely. You can hear nothing from beyond the four walls of the room.
Can I see anything with my dark vision?
Only the doors.
Only
The
doors.
door and the walls, nothing interesting. Good question, though.
Damn.
Thank you, Jack. Please deactivate yourself again. Harry,
Yes.
a sudden light awakens you. You're in a small room, no more than 10 feet square, with a row of metal bars between you and the open door. A tall, shrouded figure holds a bright orb by their side, lighting the room without revealing themselves. I am Armand's chosen, the Arch-Cleric. If you recall your schooling, you will recognize this symbol, and they shift the light to show a golden emblem of concentric circles on their robe, as that of the inner circle. Your activities near Urkind have caused problems with our work. You will answer my questions to my satisfaction. After you have done so, you may ask me one question. Is this clear?
Yes.
Good. Now, who exactly are you?
I am Aria. I am from Breaking Character. I don't think we decided exactly on which unit numbers and stuff we were, so
Yes, you're correct.
I am Aria. I completed my training at place we started from, and I am a ranger by training and have been on my loot since the end of that training.
Very well. What were you doing at the cave near Erkind?
There had been a report gone to the local circle representative that someone had reported suspicious activity near a cave. Hearing that, we went to the mines. Hearing that, we were given a rough map of the area, and we checked out each of the 5 old mine entrances in turn.
I see. Why did you attack the guards?
I did not attack the guard. I am very unhappy with my companion who did.
I see.
We had some difficulties prior to arriving at Greydale. And I believe my companion was still quite on edge from that. It does not, however, take away from the fact that someone was killed wrongly.
Very well. Who or what was the small red-grey creature that was near you when the guards first saw you?
A red-grey creature? I'm sorry, I don't understand the question.
Very well. Where did you get this dagger? And they reveal Varlastan.
We found it near... Where was it again? I can't believe this is the place name I don't have written down. This is ridiculous. We found it when we were doing some investigative work for Representative Varlastan. That was the before the roundhouse exploded or burned down. We were helping out around some of the local farms, and we found it in the ground one day.
I see. Where did you find these shoes? And reveal the shoebox with the very fancy shoes in that you found a little while ago.
We found a deserted hut in Riversford, or near Riversford. We had been helping some fishermen who'd been having some issues on the river there. And while we were there, we just took a check around the local area to make sure it wasn't any of the local wildlife that were destroying their nets. But we weren't able to find anything that we thought could do the damage. And while we were there, we found a hut, and this was one of the belongings there, and it looked important. It looked like it was too important to randomly be in a hut in the woods. I meant to hand them over to Representative Akind in town, and completely forgot to do so. We'd seen some sturges on the journey, and after we got into town, we just wanted to collapse and get some sleep.
I see. Very good. Now, you may ask me exactly one question before I depart.
Is there a way for us to leave your hospitality peacefully and continue our loop?
That is the purpose of the present questions. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
The figure turns, walks back out through the door. The door closes behind them. There's no light remaining in the room. You can hear nothing from beyond the walls of the room.
This is incredibly well set up for them not knowing they were about to have guests.
It is a bit. So, as if by a central mechanism, the doors to all of your rooms open and the metal bars retract into the floor. A voice that you can't place says simply, "Please leave the room and head left down the corridor."
Okay?
Can I step
Oh, yeah.
out and look right before going left?
You can. To your right, depending on exactly how fast everybody else is moving, to your right, you may see Jack and Aria. You will certainly see two similar doorways and a continuation of the corridor for quite some distance, with a number of doors on either side of it.
Okay.
What do we see if we look left?
Left, the corridor contains Malakthar, a couple of closed doors, and at the end of the corridor it opens into a large hallway.
Okay. Follow the command then, I guess.
I mean, I assume we're all going to group up together before
Yeah.
Yeah.
and be like, is everyone okay?
Jack's like, I'm so glad to see you.
Oh, I don't know quite what's going on. Did any of you get interrogated?
Yeah.
Yep.
Polite interrogation.
It was very
Well,
strange.
yes, I'll give them that. Nothing too aggressive.
Yeah.
I can only hope we gave the right answers.
Yes.
I mean, I didn't get any answers in return, so
I was
we'll
told,
see.
I was told that asking these questions was to see if we could leave peacefully and continue on our loop.
I just wanted to see you guys again. That was my question.
Jack, you're so cute.
Oh. And, well, I just asked similarly if we were on trial effectively, and they said yes. So, well, let's meet our judgment, I suppose.
Indeed.
I mean, I'll admit I was definitely a bit less respectful than all of you by the sound of it. But
That.
What did you ask?
I simply asked what they were doing in a mine shaft in the middle of buttfuck nowhere and was told in no uncertain terms that questioning the inner circle was the horseshit. So, you know.
You're funny, Mal. You're funny. You're funny, Mal.
Or
Come on.
brave. Okay.
Or
let's
stupid.
go. Arya will start leading the group to this court hall.
Wall of Judgment.
I hope there's breakfast.
I wouldn't get your hopes up.
Last meal before whatever happens.
Guess we'll find out.
Okay.
Okay. As you get into the hall, you can see that there are a couple of people in circle robes, not with the complicated golden symbol on them, but one of the more regular forms of the symbolism, standing next to a little pile of your assorted bits and pieces. They look up as you approach. Jack Herring, Silic, Malixire, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
These are your possessions, as inventoried when they were taken from you. We have
Yes.
removed a pair of unauthorized magical shoes. They have no plain purpose. Possession of them is likely to be problematic. They will be stored with other unauthorized magical items under the Circle's control, in line with standard practice.
Fair.
You should be aware that associating with unidentified creatures may cause problems for the successful completion of your loop. If you encounter unauthorized creatures who are not trained by the Circle, you should ensure that they are delivered to the nearest Circle representative for appropriate training.
We will.
Absolutely.
These tiles are gate checks. You will require them to move within Sperris. Please keep them upon your person at all times. If you are asked to present a gate tile, please ensure that you do so as quickly as you are able to. Are there any questions?
Are
Does
we
this mean
currently
we're free
in
to go?
Sperris?
Yes, this is Sperris.
Does this mean we're free to go?
You are free to go.
Oh. Well, that's quite a relief.
You will be expected to complete your loop in due course.
Oh, okay. Sure.
To ensure that you are clear on this point, this is considered to be your required visit to Sperris as part of your loop. If there are no further questions, please collect your possessions and leave through the doors opposite.
Thank you.
Well, we'll do just
Gather
that
up
then.
all the
Yes.
stuff.
Yep.
Load up.
Yeah, I think gather our stuff, get out of here, and then have a good look at these tokens.
Hall passes.
Some kind of tracking device.
Mm.
Possibly.
Is it only location tracking?
Or is it?
Magic can record sounds and
Mm.
images.
How far
Don't
does
like
it
it.
go?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna like chew it.
I mean, I think we need to have a magical look at it.
Might be a mineral of some sort.
Anyway, can we wait for
Aye.
all of this till we're outside those doors?
Yes.
I think they already know that Jack's a little odd gnome, so chewing on it is
Probably.
not,
Yeah.
chewing on the tile is probably not anything they're not they're not going to be like bat an eyelid at.
Okay. Ari amongst your pile of possessions is Barliath's opener.
Thank goodness for that.
Interesting that they let you keep it.
Yeah, they
Well,
did. They did ask me about that.
Yeah.
I didn't give them much, to be honest. I kind of just vaguely pointed them in the direction we came from and said that we just pick these things up on the way.
That's what I said. I just said we found it.
Yep, we found it in the ground near our first stop, basically. We were doing some work for Varlastan before the roundhouse blew up or burned down.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I suppose we should make haste and get away from here before they potentially have second thoughts.
Yes.
Yes, I would agree.
So,
I should maybe find somewhere, an inn or something to like sit in and take a minute,
Yeah.
have a pint,
Mm.
a whole pint.
well, let's get an idea of where we are and what it's like first.
Okay. So, you're going to go out through the doors indicated?
Yes.
Mhm.
You open the doors, and the noise from outside is enough to make you stop in your tracks. In front of you, you can see a complicated mess of wildly different architectures. Soaring needlepoint towers side by side with dining halls built in massive, heavy stonework. Just beyond them, you can see that there are a number of archways which appear to lead out into more bustling streets. The streets immediately in front of you are quiet despite the noise levels. It's clear that there's an awful lot of people somewhere else in this city.
What that's about?
Making an awful racket.
That's an awful lot of people.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna assume because Malixire has completed his loop once, he's been here before, right?
Yes, Malixire has been here
Yeah.
before. This is the heart of Speris. The wider city is quite substantial, but looks a lot less weird than the heart.
Yeah, it's fine. That means I know exactly what pub I'm taking everyone to.
Yes.
You have a choice of dozens, but I'm sure you will have a favourite. Yes.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We'll go for the dwarven run one. Like, it's fairly nice. It's got really good architecture and furniture.
It's cozy.
The drink is powerful. Like, yeah, it'll do as well.
Do you remember what it's called, Malixire?
Something beard. What was it? Silverbeard? Grimbeard?
That'll do.
I'll have a wander around until I see it. I'd roughly know the area I'm heading to.
Okay. Well, do you want to lead the way then, Malixire?
Yep, so I'll take everyone through the most twisty, back routiest way through all of these individual little streets until we finally get to Grim Silverbeards. That's clearly the name of it.
It sounds more like an entertainment troupe than an inn, but yes, Grim Silverbeards it is. Okay, in you go.
I mean, I might even recognise the barman depending on how long ago it was I was here. Like, but I'll get everyone a round of their strongest ales and get a nice seat somewhere off in a quiet corner, so as we can properly have a look at these tokens.
Okay. Now, anyone who wishes to do so can send me a private message on Discord with the results of a deception check.
Okay.
Also, anyone who wishes to do so can send me a private message on Discord with the results of a persuasion check.
Okay.
Can I ask to what end?
No.
Okay,
I mean, you can ask. You're not getting an answer.
fair. Okay. I'll take a swing at persuasion. Oh, well, no, what am I saying? No, forget that I said that. I'll do something. You won't know.
Little something. And that will occupy you
And
while you enjoy
persuasion,
your...
you said.
Yes, deception and persuasion.
And persuasion, or is it an and or?
Those are your choices. You can do one, both, or neither.
That's what I was checking.
I say, while everyone else is doing that, I might busy myself with an Arcana check to see if I can tell any more about these tokens.
Okay.
Oh, 17.
They don't appear to be magical in nature. They have a symbol on them, but they appear to be inanimate objects that have a symbol marking them.
Okay.
Okay.
You're just trying to make us all really nervous this session, aren't you?
Succeeding at, I think.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah. I don't think there's much trying here. There's lots of success. Okay. So having established that, as far as you can tell, these tiles are not magical, and having a very restorative pint and some restorative bacon sandwiches, what would you like to do?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
Bit worried about where Kuji is, actually.
Where's Gucci?
Well, that's a very good question. They did
Oh, yeah,
ask me about the little creature they referred to.
I said
Yeah.
I forgot her name. I said we met her on the road and called her Yugi.
Really? I just asked them what creature they meant.
Yes,
I
I
said-
played the fool.
I said it was somebody's
Oh.
dog. Like,
Solid subterfuge.
I didn't say we knew her. I just said we randomly
You just said
met
that
her.
she'd been traveling with us for a while,
No, I said
or
she'd
at some point.
I said we met her on the road. I didn't remember her name.
It's an outside chance, but the opener might know something about this if it's been bandied about by these people. Could have overheard something.
Opener's likely to know where a creature from the other side is anyway.
This is true.
And everyone try to keep your voices down, remember? Because
fine, we're in a very quiet corner of a very dwarven pub. Maybe they'll look twice. Like,
it was people hearing us that I was worried about.
Scooching close.
Okay,
But I also don't know where would be safe to ask Opener.
Should we
Opener
get
is
a room?
very loud.
Yeah.
I am concerned about Kuji, but she also knows how to look after herself.
She's
So
tough.
she will be fine.
we're gonna have to hope so, I suppose.
Yeah.
at least until we can find her again. But we'll need to spend a little time here in Sparris. Mal, what do you do for your loop in Sparris? Because so far we've been mostly helping farmers or investigating weird things in the wild.
I mean, as far as I can tell, it was mostly sightseeing. I was just here to do some paperwork and check in and make sure that everything was fine. And I'll be perfectly honest, the rest of it was spent drinking. Like, wasn't much to do. Although something tells me that might not be the average loop in Sparris.
It feels weird. Like, I'd always assumed that everyone had to come to Sparris as part of it, because there was lots of people here, so they might need more help. But there's so many people here, I can't imagine that they just wait for random recruits on their loop.
No, you'd think they'd get sent, like, on the regular.
No, like I said,
Mm.
it's mostly, I assume, to check in and make sure that
Nobody's seen anything heretical?
Yeah, nobody's got lost, just a nice meeting point for everyone.
How would they know if anyone gets lost? There's no schedule.
I suppose.
But
you're gonna come to Sparris at some point, so I assume if you never make it to Sparris, then you're just generally considered lost.
are recruits allowed to get lost like that? Can't imagine the Circle would be very happy about that. If this is something that all of us have to do.
It's funny to think that they didn't prompt us on this, or at least I can't remember it. It's quite some time ago at this point.
I don't...
A lot's happened.
Yeah.
I think that there'd be search parties arranged after a certain amount of time.
You'd
I hope so, at least.
Especially for our families. They'd want to know what happened.
How much do you know about unauthorized magic items? I didn't remember that term at all when they used it earlier.
I mean, there are definitely things that, you shouldn't be allowed to have just kicking around, I assume. Like, I can't
Would
imagine...
that be because they're dangerous?
Yeah, I can't imagine a pair of shoes were particularly dangerous. Although I guess no one ever wore them, so...
That's true. What did everyone say about the shoes?
I said we didn't. I didn't remember the shoes. Actually, I forgot all about them.
I think I definitely think I said that we found them in an abandoned hut, and not that we murdered someone and stole their shoes.
Yes, that's what I said. We didn't.
We didn't. We
I mean-
didn't. We defended ourselves.
We did not murder any. The only person you could argue was murdered was the guard at the mine.
I still maintain that was his fault. You could identify yourself. Anyway.
That's closer to murder than self-defense. Certainly than the old man randomly being a bigot.
It's fine.
True.
When you've got bright red skin and horns, you kind of get used to it.
Yeah, he attacked you.
I hope you don't get used to being attacked.
Yeah.
There's something about someone like me having a direct connection to the divine that really rustles some people's jimmies. Can't tell you why.
Yeah.
So, if we're going to consult the opener, we should probably... Let me think.
I don't know if we should be somewhere really noisy or somewhere really quiet.
I do know both in this city. We could head to the another dwarven place. It's an underground forge rave, or we could get one of the one of the private booths at Madame Mask's. No questions asked.
Are they soundproof?
Oh, they're everything proof. If you pay enough.
Hmm. How much money do we have?
I don't actually know.
Not a clue. It's not been a
Money's
concern.
not something we've had to think about.
Yeah,
because
it's not something we've had to think about.
Because we're on our loop. So
Yeah. Apparently, I have 3 gold pieces. I can guarantee you that is not enough for what I'm thinking of.
yeah.
It's fine. We can do some bartering.
I think that Aria has all of the money for the
I
party.
think she does, yeah.
Yeah.
Where is the money?
Where is the money?
We have
top.
20 gold.
You have a bit more of that than that because of the way it converts, but
Okay. How does it convert up then?
so 10 silver pieces is 1 gold piece. 100
Okay.
copper pieces is 1 gold piece. You actually have
47.
47 gold. It actually tells you that if you click manage my coin, it actually tells you the total in gold
I was
pieces right
trying
at the
to-
top.
I was trying to find that bit. It was the slow bit.
I literally found that after doing the maths myself.
So we have
So
47
always-
gold. I'm
that
still
bit-
not convinced that's enough.
No,
I mean-
I don't think so.
So does that mean we're going to the Forge Rave then, for the noisiest option? Like,
Might do.
It
I
might
mean,
be
it's
cheaper.
It's the Forge Rage. Forge Rave.
Mhm.
Is there lots of surveillance on it? Like security and spies and things?
that's certainly an interesting question. Like, as far as I can tell, it's the only dwarven gay club in the entirety of the city. So there's a little bit of security, but there's not a great deal of people looking, if you catch my drift. Like,
Suppose it's had its audience, and well, yes, if you know, you know. But otherwise,
like I said,
Um,
I had a great time the last time I was here. So get plenty of options.
How much is it to get into the rave? Or do they not charge and then just it's a fortune for drinks?
Yeah, I think that's how they tend to do it.
Fair. Okay,
So-
we can do that.
Yeah.
I suspect that if we can find a corner that isn't already occupied and isn't sticky,
That's going to be difficult, I'll tell you that.
we won't lean onto any of the walls. One or maybe 2 of us will be able to hear opener. On the other hand, I think all of us need to go because pretty much any of us are going to attract attention.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say the reason you go to such a club is to attract attention, so I'm more than happy to provide a distraction.
Excellent. Silic, are you going to be okay with this plan?
I think so. It's a bit of an unusual spot for me, but I suppose I could bust some moves and join Malixire in a distraction of sorts.
I say, Jack, I hope you've been keeping the grease off that bacon, because I'm going to need oiled up.
Jack, you stick close to me at all times.
Yeah, I don't really want to go to. This is not the kind of underground I like.
It'll be great. Come on.
Um,
It'll be an experience.
Absolutely.
Let's get another couple of drinks into Jack first.
just lots of stuff. But it's been a day.
It has, I know. But
Now we're talking about dwarven clubs and raves and sticky and I just wanted to eat my bacon.
Okay. I think a meal before we go is probably sensible.
Definitely wise.
Yes.
They'll have good bacon here.
You should probably
We're in a
also...
dwarven place. I'm sure they have good bacon.
That's what it's the best bacon.
You should probably also take rooms somewhere so that you're not trying to go into into an entertainment venue fully armed and armored.
Yeah.
Entertainment venue.
Fair.
It is a dwarven entertainment venue, to be fair. We might get away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was just about to
Reasonable
say,
angle.
if you're not carrying at least one hammer, there's something wrong.
Redefining dwarven club.
Yeah, in that case, I know that this little tavern will have either rooms nearby or rooms above, so we can definitely find somewhere.
Yes, it's probably worth not taking everything you possess in with you.
Yeah.
No, we might die of heat exhaustion.
Yes, heavy overcoats and hot nightclubs don't mix very well.
I don't have a nice shirt. All my shirts are covered in dirt.
Jack,
Sweetie,
where
how
we're
much
going,
atten-
we won't need shirts.
how much attention are you wanting to attract?
No,
Jack,
I'm just saying. I don't own a clean shirt.
that's fine. I'm sure we can. We might even have an opportunity to buy clothes while we're here.
Ooh.
But I wouldn't be wanting to wear any nice new clothes to the rave.
No.
No.
Well, in fairness, Malixai, do you not know prestidigitation? Could you not just give it a little clean
No,
up?
it's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. Good.
No?
I
Good.
think it's stained
good.
and damaged rather than a bit of
Is
mud.
it- and believe it or not, no, I don't. I never said I was that kind of wizard. It's fine.
Fair enough.
Aye, so in that case, we will get some rooms. We will abandon most of our stuff. Oh, we still get some of those fishing nets. I could make Jack a nice top.
No, I'm
It
good.
would go very well.
I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna stick close to Arya and try not to be noticeable.
It's not very comfortable around this many people. So this could be interesting.
Hmm.
One of the great advantages of going to a basically all dwarf rave is that you can see right over the crowd. So we can always find each other. That's handy.
That's yep.
Yep.
And as long as Jack is with one of us, then none of us will get lost.
Yeah.
Just gonna take a strap of your leathers and just be like, hold on to it as we go through.
It's like I ain't letting go.
Okay. So you're going to get yourselves sorted out to go to the underground forge.
Yes. I am
Okay.
quickly looking through all of my stuff to be like, do I have anything that's appropriate?
No. None of us do. It's all practical.
What I might do is I might use some of the rope and make and basically tie it so Jack and I have one wrist tied together. There's some distance in it, there's some play in
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
but just to make sure that we cannot be separated.
Yes, I like this plan. Jack likes this plan.
We can skip. If we make it long enough, we can skip.
If it's that long, it's not going to keep us safe.
This is very true. Sorry.
We could try that another time.
Distracted. Sorry.
Okay. You're easily able to obtain rooms here at Grim Silverbeards. And there's no issue at all, of course, with whatever time you need to be in or out. Sperris is notable for being somewhere where there is always something happening, because it's just that big. You can easily enough get from the bartender directions to any shop you might need. And Malixar already knows where to find his favourite Dwarven Day Club.
The only Dwarven gay club in the city, I will say. So it's a short list.
I wonder how many inhabitants of Sperris don't know about it.
Based on how busy the streets were as you passed through them, you could probably approximate a guess that Sperris is maybe 10 or 15,000 inhabitants, depending on how many of them were just passing through because it was the daytime. It's big by all standards that you're familiar with.
Kind of overwhelming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're used to the green outdoor spaces.
Yeah, in contrast, the villages and towns that you've been through maybe capped out 500 or 600 people.
There's a reason I chose to be a ranger. Oh well, it's fine.
Okay. So, get yourselves sorted out for going off to the underground forge. Dressed as appropriately as you feel. And that's fine. It's the back end of the afternoon anyway. It's not a very long time until it would be reasonable to go to somewhere like that and expect that it will be open.
I'm assuming that I'll be able to take Opener in without any issues.
It's probably fine, as best you can work out.
Yeah, like, it's generally accepted that if you're a dwarf, you're carrying a weapon of some sort. So, I'm sure they'll apply that to everyone that walks in.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay. So, the underground forge is probably 10 or 15 minutes walk through the streets. Nobody particularly pays you any attention. As there's a lot of just rushing to get from A to B. So you make your way there without any real issues. And there's a little bit of a line to get in, but not an unreasonable one.
Can I spot if anyone is following us?
You can certainly try. Give me a perception check.
18.
You haven't been able to see anybody following you.
Okay. Kind of shake my head and assume that it's just my paranoia.
That's reasonable. So the line clears nice and quickly, and within a couple of minutes, you've paid a very small entrance fee, and you've been passed through into the underground forge, which is even louder and even more dazzling on the senses. Unlike anything any of you except Malixai have ever experienced.
Just kind of gesture at Mal to lead the way.
Can I have a constitution check for the three of you, please?
Oh, damn. Some intense music.
Oh
Jesus.
dear.
I was gonna say, as you walk in, there's literally just a stage with two dwarves on massive acoustic anvils, just battering them rhythmically. Boom, 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 boom.
I got a 20.
That'll do.
A
So I
7.
guess Silik's walking in and immediately starts feeling the groove.
Yeah.
7.
What was yours, Aria?
6.
Okay.
We are
I
not
don't do
doing
well
well.
with people.
Yeah, both.
We're not doing well.
Both of you are thrown off somewhat by just the sheer intensity of everything around you. It's
Ow.
fortunate, perhaps, that you're the two that are going to find a relatively quiet corner.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
Let's
Silik's
go now.
feeling
Let's
a
go
bit
now.
emboldened. Looking for a
Jack's
dance
just
floor
holding his
immediately.
ears.
Yeah.
Just holding his ears. Ow.
Mal, where can we find a corner?
Yeah, I'll definitely show you to some of the quieter spots of the club. Like,
There are quieter spots.
Less
busy.
yeah, that may be the best way to put it.
You can see Silik bobbing his head. He turns and goes, I'll leave you to it. I'm going to go and get over there, and I can feel the music flowing through me.
Yeah.
Oh god.
He heads over into the dance
Fun.
floor.
Unexpected, but we'll take it.
Betty.
Yep.
Oh.
Wherever the dance floor is, that's wherever he's headed, assuming there is one.
Of course, there's one.
It's the turtle as well. It's the turtle as well. It's just what it is.
Oh dear. So, a relatively quiet corner has been obtained. It's still louder than anything you've ever experienced, with the possible exception of having opener bellow at you.
Indeed.
And the light show is something. You're not yet quite sure what. But at least it's not a sky of purple.
I mean, the purple has never hurt us.
Mm.
I don't know if this will. Okay. So I look at Jack and check that he's okay.
Okay.
And pull out opener. And kind of quickly to get in before he responds. Opener, I need you to respond quietly.
Yes.
While we were taken by the circle, were you able to hear what they were up to?
No.
Okay. Do you know where Kuji is?
Not immediately.
Okay, that's fine. So we're now in Beres. The inner circle brought us here as prisoners. They were very curious about you. And about Kuji. Do you know anything about the inner circle of Sparris?
The so-called inner circle claim to serve Armand.
Claim? Does that mean they don't?
Are you asking as someone raised in the faith of Armand, or as someone who is questioning?
I think I could say that my mind is fairly open at the moment.
The concept of Armand is necessary. Service of Armand is more difficult.
I could see that making sense. Yes. That would fit with what Silik was told before. Thank you, Opener.
Be careful.
We will. I know we're in danger. And I will wrap Opener back up
Okay.
and lean down to Jack and tell him what happened.
Oh, I want to go home.
I know. Let's go see how Silik and Mal are getting on.
I bet you they're dancing in the middle of the dance floor.
I'm hoping they're dancing.
I don't want to be here. Don't want to be here.
Poor Jack.
JD.
Because if it makes you feel better, I've kept up my end of the bargain of making sure that I was going to be the center of attention. Like my shirt was off.
Sacrifice.
My shirt was off before we even entered the place.
We're all just seeing Mal in a completely different light now.
Currently, as you said, dancing in the middle of the dance floor. I've got thaumaturgy on so I can make my eyes glow and create flickering lights around myself. Like, it's all
That's
good.
why you don't need prestidigitation.
Yep.
Yep.
I think
Dazzle
Silik,
them with the shiny.
Silik, for his part, he was all confident walking up to the dance floor, but upon reaching it, realised that he's never danced to anything like this and doesn't know what to do. So he just has stood there pumping his fist
Yeah.
to the rhythm in the middle of the dance floor by himself. And when Malixar came over, he was kind of relieved and kind of has now awkwardly stood in front of him pumping fist. Just...
Brilliant.
Okay,
I'm
I
just
think
gonna
we'll
look at
go
them and be
over
like-
and rescue Silik.
Yep.
He's still enjoying it. He's into it still.
He's
Irrespective.
enjoying the vibe. He just doesn't know how to reciprocate it.
As you come over, then he'll bellow, "Did you learn anything?"
Not really. Other than
Okay.
to be careful.
Well, it doesn't look like you
Danger.
two are having a good time.
No. I want to
Oh.
go home.
Oh, me and Mal, and he looks over. We're having
As
a
you-
great time.
I was gonna say, as you look over, Malixire is just racking up lines of black lotus pollen on a dwarf's baldy head.
Jack's slightly horrified.
Yes.
He's like, I don't like it. I want to go home.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that. Oh, you might be right. This might be going too far.
My ears hurt.
Gonna walk over to Mal and be like, well, we're done. Do you want to come back with us, or are you planning on staying for a while?
Nah, I should probably get going. I can see where this is going to end up.
A long night, I imagine.
Yeah.
On the back of that baldy head.
Okay.
On the plus side, if you leave at this point, Malexar doesn't have to tell me what the in-character name for a massive pile of dwarves is. So
Yeah, let's go.
This is a freebie. I'll let you know that it's called a beard knot. Like,
Perfect.
Yep.
Oh dear.
Okay. Let's get you all back out of the club. And back to Grim Silverbeards, where it is pretty quiet. Not silent by any means, but pretty quiet, and the light is relatively steady.
I mean, I think everywhere feels quiet after that.
It's kind of actually desensitized us a bit.
Yeah, got
The
the
rest of
whistling
the
in the
city.
ears.
Yeah. Like,
Everything else is tolerable.
Yeah. We've experienced the extreme, so the normal background noise is kind of like chilled out now.
Yep.
Right.
Jack's definitely having a big pint when we get back to the pub.
Yeah, that's fair.
No.
I don't want to go to a dwarf club again.
I didn't mind the music one bit. Not to everybody's taste, I could imagine.
I'm not. I didn't.
Play loud.
It
Just a
was a
bit
little bit
loud.
much.
Just a bit. Little ears, little legs, little hands, little arms. Everything's little. It's very loud.
The littlest eardrums. They suffered immensely. Poor Jack. It's fine. It's nothing that a long rest won't cure. And a pint.
A pint and then a long rest. Send them straight off.
All good. Okay.
Yeah, that sounds fair.
So,
I should probably tell everyone else about what
yep.
Yeah.
what we
should
found out.
Talk about that.
First off, I want to check that am I shouting without knowing it because my ears are ringing?
Good plan.
No,
Okay.
because you're conscious of of what volume you're at. You might
Okay.
have been though, but you thought of it.
And this is why I'm always suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be.
Okay, so Opener doesn't know where Gucci is at the moment. He doesn't have a good opinion of the inner circle.
Mm-hmm.
He described them as a so-called inner circle and told us to be careful. And I look at each of them in turn, like, this is serious. We need to be really aware of our surroundings. I kind of asked him about Amond, and he said that He described it as Amond as a necessary concept.
Concept.
Yeah.
That's rather troubling. God, Armand is our lord, of course.
But it does kind of fit with that. Like, was it the first or second night we had the purple sky? Or at least that. Yeah. It's concerning.
Deeply. It's all the stranger that they would take the magical shoes, but not the opener, given the nature of what's happening here. Makes me question the opener itself and association with this group, potentially.
Opener didn't seem to... They didn't seem to recognise that it was anything other than a weird dagger. Like, that's the strange bit. It's possible that opener is something they know about, or by allowing us to have it, they're somehow like keeping track of us or testing us to see what we'll do. But I don't know, it's all really weird. And a little bit scary, to be honest.
I think you're right that they might follow us though, and what are probably gonna watch what we do with it.
All of our stories about opener matched, so it should be fine. And if it sounds like it's from the other side of the veil, so they might not have been able to detect anything weird about it.
Hopefully.
This is true. If the opener stayed quiet, then yes.
I'm kind of hoping that's what happened, but we shall see. But yes. Oh, sorry. When I asked about Kuji, like where Kuji was, he said he couldn't find out immediately.
Yeah, what does that mean? What is he?
I don't know.
Time?
I don't know if he needs time. I don't know if he needs to be... Sorry. I don't know if he needs to be moving around or what, but it's... I'm just really wary while we're in Sparris, basically.
Play dumb.
Well, we should all keep our eyes and ears open then. And he looks around the bar.
But we should also make sure that we observe the teachings of Amond.
And that's fine. You've got us two to keep you two right.
Yes.
Like,
I'll teach you some prayers, Jack.
You know I'm gonna sing them and make up the lyrics though.
Well, as
This
long
is
as...
the thing. And then I'm gonna forget the lyrics that you tell me, and I'm just gonna make up my own.
As long as your heart's in the right place.
I might make it silly. I'll try, cause you learned the songs that I teached you, so I'll try, I promise.
That's the spirit.
like it'll be fine. You know, Silic is unshakable in his faith, and you know, I literally cannot not have faith in Armand. I'm like suffused with enough divine power that I can shoot fire out of my every orifice. So, yeah, no. I'm pretty sure between the two of us we can work something out.
We can pretend to have a prayer every evening and like mealtime and stuff, and so it can lead us in it, and we can have a prayer at dinner.
Yeah.
Okay.
No need to pretend. Just have a prayer.
Mhm. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I am exhausted.
Yes, it's been a very long day.
I'm gonna finish my pint and go to bed.
That sounds like a good plan.
And literally, Jack is gonna like dunk his head into the pint, and just slowly, just like suck in the beer, and then just come up for air every now and again, Blech. And then just back down again.
I was gonna say it's fine. I'm just heading out for some fresh air. I'm pretty sure I've still got the stamp from the forge in my hand, so
Have fun.
We'll
Yes,
see
I
you
do.
in the morning.
Off to bed
Or-
for me as well.
We'll see you at breakfast.
if you're lucky.
I'll be sleeping.
Okay. Now with the three of you retiring to the room, and Malakthire taking a breath of fresh air, that's where we will leave it for this evening.
Before I fall asleep,
Mm-hmm.
can I do a quick check to make sure that no one's been in the room since we left it?
Sure. Just give me a perception check.
10.
As far as you can tell, nothing has been touched.
Okay.
Okay. So, that is where we'll end our adventure into Varlastan for this evening. Dragon, would you like to read us out?
Thank you for joining us this evening. If you wish to see more from the cast, Lunrwolf, our kind and somewhat concerning DM, also streams on his channel. There's links in chat. Eden Silic also has his own channel and streams a few different things with a lot of Clone Hero.
For the most part.
We have a couple of affiliate codes. So if you use the code Penance RPG, you can get 10% off at dandice.co.uk. And within the UK, certainly, there's free shipping. And you can get 20% off at Gemhammer and Sons Gaming, which is an American-based company, and you can either use the referral link that Twitch has decided to cut off, or use code Penance RPG at checkout with them as well. If you listen to a lot of podcasts or like to have like to get a lot of your news or anything like in audio format, there is an app called Newsly, which will turn your source into audio, and that is newsly.me. If you can get a free 1 month premium subscription with the code RPG with them. We have a bunch more streams happening during the week. Our next RPG will be Sunday with Dark Tide, which is a Dragon Age reimagining. And everything else will be, you can see it in the schedule below. There's something on most days, mostly with Nikolai. Meow, Bellray, etc. join sometimes. And I have completely forgotten to tell you about this one yet. We have a new, still fairly new, RPG series on Wednesday evenings. It is called Rat Run. It is a mashup of Cyberpunk and Mouse Guard. Which is quite a combination. Everyone seems to be having a lot of fun with it. So that is good. I'm sorry, I'm currently looking for things to raid. Who to raid. I think we've covered everything. If there's anything else, please shout just now.
I think that's us.
Okay. Okay, who is online that we can raid to? Anyone have any preferences for who we raid into?
Nope.
Pick a number, pick a color.
Any card.
Pick a color.
See, part of the issue is that I don't do an awful lot on our Twitch account. It's mostly Nikolai, so I'm never quite sure who to roll into for raiding. Okay, what are people playing? There's StarCraft 2, there's The Witcher 3. Death Stranding?
It's a space game.
Ah, okay.
Well,
think
no,
it's
it's the Amazon package delivery game starring
Oh,
Daryl from The
yes.
Walking Dead.
Oh yes, that one.
Made by the guy that makes Metal Gear Solid.
There's something else that's called
It's
something
It's
similar.
real
That's
weird.
why. Yeah.
Okay, we do weird. Let's go to that.
Why not?
Okay. Yes, we shall do that. And be very confused by everything.
That's how it works.
That's how we generally roll, though, isn't it? You're
Yeah, pretty
usually
much.
confused.
Yeah, that's true. I'm quite easily confused. Or rather, I go, I'm on camera, I don't know what I'm doing.
My face.
Mhm.
It's all fine. Okay. So let's go and enjoy some Death Stranding then. That could be a good night from us.
Yeah.
And we shall see you all next time.
Yep.
Good night.
Bye.
See you around.
Bye-bye.